Hey, welcome to Grassroots Champions Soccer Podcast, Season 2, Episode 5. Today on the show, we're recapping our fall season with the U13 girls. In youth soccer, we're talking about different orientations of athletes. Are you more performance-oriented or mastery-oriented? Find out today.
In pro soccer, we're going to watch the videos of the Puskas goals of the season potential, and then also winger. Is it a dying position, or is it just changing here in the 21st century?
Ooh. Modern soccer. In extra time, I have Liverpool section, Man U section, Arsenal section, bicycle kick section, youth soccer section. It's going to be lit. Today on the Grassroots Champions Soccer Podcast. All right, the question of the day today is, which club is your pro club, and how did you fall in love with that club? And Nate, I have, what is that?
Put it in the comments, you guys.
Oh, put it in the comments. I thought you were giving a thumbs down to my team. Actually, I'm going to start it off with an Eric Cantona quote.
Ooh,
do you know who
my team?
He played for Man U. He said, I'm not going to do his voice. Should I? No. You can change your wife, your politics, your religion, but never, never can you change your favorite football team. So, Nate, are you Man U forever?
I'm Man U through and through, 100%. 14th place in the table, first in the table. That's my club.
How did you fall in love with Man U?
So I didn't like soccer growing up. You know, I was raised by...
That's thumbs down.
Yeah, that is thumbs down. A family that just didn't know about it. My mom never played. My dad never played. He grew up in the high school football environment, and so that's what he did. And a buddy of mine actually said, hey, this is actually a good sport. You should watch it. So I said, okay, I'm going to watch it. And there's a game on World Soccer Channel. World Soccer Channel? Something crazy like that. Just no longer exists. In any case, the game they were showing that day was Manchester United and Newcastle. And so when I sat down, I just said, I'm going to become a fan of the winner of this game. Oh. That's simple. And with one goal, only one goal was scored, is by Andy Cole, who used to play with Newcastle. And he was on Manchester United. And so he scored against his former club. And here we are 28 years later. And I'm still a Manchester United fan. So
did Andy celebrate?
No, he didn't.
Okay, respect.
Yeah.
I fell in love with Arsenal actually by watching Man U. I was watching Fox Soccer Channel as a teenager.
Hey, the one that replaced my network.
Yeah. And I was watching, basically they only showed Man U games. 4 weeks in a row, it's all Man U. The very first 4 weeks I'm watching. So I'm like, oh, this team's pretty good. I like this team. That was 2006, 6-7.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh, no.
That was an accident. It was in the years 2006 and 2007 season, and all your favorite guys. So it was a good team.
Yeah, Ronaldo, Nani.
Ronaldo was huge.
Rooney, Giggs, Scholes. Yeah.
So I was watching them, but then they played Arsenal, and I was like, oh, I like that team. That's pretty good.
Alexander Hleb
was on the team. Fabregas, all my mates.
Robert Perez.
And I watched again another Arsenal game the next week, and I was like, oh, I really like this team. And I'm not going to explain why I love them. Actually, Dennis Bergkamp had a quote, when you start supporting a football club, you don't support it because of the trophies or a player or history. You support it because your dad, no, just kidding. You support it because your dad made you watch and whoever won the game. You support it because you found yourself somewhere there, found a place where you belong. That's pretty beautiful. I have who is this guy? Arsenal Inside Out on Instagram, and he explains pretty much what it's like to be an Arsenal fan these days, and it's relatable.
You haven't won the league in, 20 years? You're not winning the Champions League.
Mm-hmm. But your fan base is growing. And they're all young. You just don't get it, do you?
Yeah, I do.
We are talking about Gen Z, a generation defined by 15-second TikToks, instant gratification, and the attention span of a gnat. Not the state-owned projects, not the team that buys a trophy every August, but
they chose us.
The slow burn.
The long game.
The beautiful, frustrating. How? Why? Because, my friends, class is permanent. Mm-hmm. We are the vinyl record in a world of disposable Spotify playlists. We are the vibe. Yeah. And in this era, the vibe is everything. Yeah. We've got kids in New York, in Lagos, in Tokyo, who have never seen us lift a Premier League trophy, wearing the cannon with more pride than fans of clubs who've won it all. Yeah. And forget trophies for a second. Let's be brutally honest. If I was a rival fan, I would be sick with jealousy. I'd be fuming. Imagine spending £1 billion just to be culturally irrelevant. Imagine having a fan base that's just a collection of tourists and glory hunters while we have a unified global family. It must be exhausting for them because this drought that they love to mock, it wasn't a drought. It was a filter. It filtered out the tourists. It filtered out the weak-willed. It burned away everyone who was just here for the quick fix. And what's left? The core, the believers. So this unity we have now, this commitment, it wasn't bought, it was forged. It was forged in the fire of 8-2 defeats. It was forged in the banter era.
It was forged in a decade of almosts and next years. We've been in the trenches together, and that creates a bond that winning every year can never ever buy. When we finally lift that big one, and believe me, it is coming, it won't just be a celebration, it will be a global catharsis.
All right, we'll cut it there, but I thought that's a pretty good explanation, thinking about current Arsenal fans who joined maybe when I did, started liking Arsenal after the Invincibles. Why do I like Arsenal? I don't know. You just do. As Dennis said, you find a place where you belong. You tat up your entire arm with an Arsenal tattoo, I guess. We're way down Nate's Man U tattoo.
One of these days. These arms are bare.
You got to fill them up. You'll get addicted like I did. Hey, are you addicted to your club? Let us know which club that is. Let us know why. Is it Arsenal? Are you a Gen Z who has never seen Arsenal win, but you're still an Arsenal fan? Because that's kind of like what I am too, except I'm a millennial.
Well, we're getting pretty close. The Gen Zs that follow Man United haven't seen them finish top 4 in a few years now.
Yeah. Is that you? Let us know. Put it in the comments. Why do you love your club? Warm up. Nate and I just got done with the fall season coaching the U13 girls. I had a blast.
It's been so much fun.
It's been a lot of fun.
Switches.
Seeing some progress. Yeah, we're kind of, like I said
UBTs.
before, the hourglass where we're kind of setting our style of play. So all the girls know, okay, this is how Nate and Charlie want us to play and function as a team. So we're focused on those team-based things. We saw quite a bit of improvement, I think. I actually did some stats. We got some huddle video. And I drew pass maps. Maybe I'll put a pass map up here. It looks like a Jackson Pollock painting. Just a bunch of lines to the uninformed naked eye. But just from the pass maps and watching the huddle, I saw us go from like 37 to 44% passing percentage in our first couple games to playing against the ostensible best team in our league. We had 56% the first half, 59% second half. So well done, girls. Great stuff.
That's fantastic.
And they just bought into the game plan, right? We talked about the standards, obviously. We have to behave a certain way at training. We want to get to the standard of these other teams that we're playing. We got to train at a certain standard, but then also team-based things like you mentioned, switching, right?
Yep. Yeah, the girls have, from first half to second half, I think every game that I've kept statistics in, we've improved our switches, we've improved our up-back throughs, our through balls, our forward runs. I like to see the 9 moving off the ball, and we improved that in the second half of every game.
Yep, kept a lot more possession, and even against the ostensible tougher teams, we still had our best games. We just played against Rush from Canada, Superior Rush. They came down as their 2012 and 13 team. First half, incredible.
We were in it.
We were in it with this team that tied our ECNL team 0-0 earlier that day. So we keep getting better every half,
We have.
and we're having fun doing it too.
I'm excited for winter and spring.
Yeah, Nate's actually been jumping in with the girls. I make him when we need numbers.
Usually I'm the I can't do it dad, but Charlie's been working on the Techers stuff, and so we're learning Contis and Contidanas. A new move that I still haven't been able to pull off. But
yeah, we're in Techers season right now, so we're working on our Techers, our technique for the lay people out there, and starting with changing direction. Right, and that Conti move changed direction. Just in our next scrimmage that we had, so many girls were changing direction just to keep the ball and then open up some different options. And Nate, you're getting better at Contis.
I got my first one on. I got my first 2 on Thursday actually, and so I'm getting a little bit better too.
You were playing recently. You said you're trying it out.
Yeah,
trying the skills, getting the Techers up.
Logan and Lucas, signed up for futsal. And so for those of you that don't know, that's like an indoor, it's basketball court style soccer, 4v4. A lot of skill moves and change of directions and overlapping runs and things like that. And I went there to watch yesterday, and then with 15 minutes to go, I was asked to play. And so
they got you too. And how'd it go?
Slowly getting better.
Getting better. We get better every day, right?
Yeah. I had good runs.
Well, actually, this fall season reminded me of a couple things. One was I got done with the C license course in Milwaukee. Was that 2 summers ago? That's pretty recent. And we did a defensive session with Craig Carlson. Craig's probably not watching this, but if he is, you're awesome. And it's a defensive session where the priority was covering the space in behind. So if you're pressuring, go on up. But if you're not pressuring and they move the ball to somewhere else, that person steps. Your main concern is getting back. And I figured out that my men's league team is just abusive towards me and makes me run all over the place as center mid. So he said, "Hey, you're pressing too much." Like I was like, "Oh, I thought I could go and win this ball and like push it towards the side." He's like, "No, try this." So we started trying that, and he got all 3 of us in that unit to work together. And at the end, he said, he was looking around. He's like, "I think we changed people today." Looks right at me, and I was like, "Yeah, I think I got better today." I realized that I told him my men's league makes me run all over the midfield. He's like, "Yeah, I think we changed you today for sure." And that was something I just thought of towards the end of the season is like, hey, we did change some people. Whether that be, hey, you're training at a better standard now than when you did a month or 2 ago, right? Or, hey, you are able to see the bigger picture and not just have your head down, but we're playing actually big principle of play tactical soccer now. You're actually making choices off the ball instead of only choices on the ball, basically. So I think we changed some people. And, Ange Postecoglou only had 39 days. Don't judge us on our 39 days in charge with this team. Judge us by end of the year. I think we're going to be absolutely killing it. We're already getting better all the time.
So. Yes, we are. Charlie and I would have been done a month ago. You'd given us 39 days.
Maybe quicker. I don't know. We're getting the Ruben Amorim treatment where the club trusts us. So thank you, club.
No, a year, at least.
It's good. It's good. We're doing well. Having a great time. Girls are getting better. We're changing them. So let's keep doing it.
Better every day.
Nate, in youth soccer, I wanted to talk about a couple different orientations of players. Mastery orientation, or some people call it task orientation, and performance orientation, or some people say goal orientation. So if I use those different words, then so be it. Okay.
We do love games.
Yeah. And you might be wondering, what are these different orientations of players? I have kind of my understanding from when I used to work at a technical academy, and we classified players in a number of different ways. This was just one of them, though, because we were so focused on getting better and getting our skills up and basically teaching players how to practice that on their own while they're at the academy. So I have some definitions here before we get too far into it. Mastery orientation, that would be an athlete's goal is to learn and improve their skills and abilities based on personal standards and effort. So that's coming from inside, basically. I'm not worried about what other people say or what my team necessarily is doing. I'm focusing on myself and how I can improve. Your focus is on the effort for sure, self-improvement, and the process. Don't we love the process?
Yes.
Someone once said, "Oh, does the process know that we're trusting it?" But if you're mastery orientated, you focus on the process, right? What can you do to get better? Those mastery oriented players view failure as mistakes being a source of information on how to get better. So my identity is not tied to my performance. It's tied to, oh, okay, that's not the end of the world. I just learned, what's the Michael Jordan quote? Is that Michael Jordan or Einstein? I didn't fail once. I didn't fail 10,000 times. I found 10,000 ways to get better. I got other quotes coming up. That one's not in my head. Their motivation is driven by internal desires to learn and grow, which leads to more durable motivation. Here's a quote for you. Arsene Wenger said when he's talking about looking at youth players and scouting them, he said, it's not about the intensity of the motivation. It's about the durability of the motivation. And those players that don't, well, we'll get to performance-oriented players in a second, but those players that are resilient, focus on how they can get better, those players are probably going to make it more than others. And benefits to being mastery-oriented, there's increased persistence, resilience, and a more positive experience in sport. Don't we love positive experiences?
Always.
So you might see those players as a player who maybe can hit a ball off a wall 1,000 times in a row, do that for an hour, and love it.
It brings them joy.
Yeah, it brings them joy because they're improving, right? And I'm focusing on this task and mastering it. You see the words here? I'm focusing on that rather than scoring the goal, winning the game, like maybe a performance-oriented athlete. Those athletes, their goal is to outperform others and have their ability judged as superior to their peers. Their focus is on outcome or external validation, like winning or being praised. They view failure as, well, they actually avoid failure, which can lead to anxiety and frustration, especially after a loss. Maybe you guys already know where I'm going with this. Motivation is driven by external factors and a fear of looking incompetent. This is just Google. This is not pulling any punches. It's true, though. And the drawbacks to this can be quitting the sport early, especially if outcomes are consistently unfavorable. Nate, what are your first thoughts on that? Mastery versus performance orientation.
I think, yeah, as a young athlete, I think performance-driven is probably kind of tough, right? Because you can't control all of your surroundings. So you might be a quality player, but if like joy comes from winning games and scoring goals and they just don't happen, I could very well see that youth athlete quitting. Where I think as a professional athlete, you know, the worst teams in the league, the Burnleys and the Wolves.
Hey. Nottingham
Sorry,
Forest.
guys. Sorry. Yeah. Well, shame on them for firing their coach after 39 days.
Well, true.
But yeah, the Burnleys and, you know, those types of teams, they're paid professionals. They can bounce back from that. But I think as far as a youth athlete's concerned, the performance-oriented, that's got to be tough. But then, yeah, going towards the task, the mastery, as a 9-year-old, like, that's what we did, right? We just went out there and kicked it and kicked it and kicked it and kicked it. Mm-hmm. And that's what brought them joy. And they loved doing it. And that U15 and U13, or whatever, U16, U16, U14, we're still there, but it is a little bit different. I think if there was, say, like a spectrum, my boys, as they've gotten older, have shifted towards the middle.
So I used to think when I first heard this that you're either performance or mastery oriented. And I'm like, well, this player's not quite as mastery oriented as this one, and they're not as performance oriented as this one. So I thought maybe it's not just you are this or this, it's a spectrum. And I was talking with Coach Quinn. Coach Quinn, if you see this, thank you. Great convo. I was like, I told him this. I was like, maybe it's a spectrum and you're a dot somewhere along this. And he's like, well, maybe you can have a window in between there where it's not, definitely not just one or the other. I'm not just a dot there, but maybe depending on the context of where I'm playing, who I'm playing against, kind of what the situation's like. Maybe I fit somewhere in between here where I can go here or I can go there. And I think probably the best athletes that you see are a little bit of both. I think you have to have both, because you think about that master-oriented player or mastery-oriented, where they're hitting the ball against the wall a bunch of times or they practice their skills. Sometimes those players don't have the ego or the performance or that desire of performing to do it in a game. You've probably seen players like this before where the parent is saying, why don't you do this? Or the coach or their teammates.
Says, you just did it in practice.
You can do this move. Why don't you do it? And then the player doesn't know why. Well, you're kind of attacking their whole personality of being a mastery-oriented player. That's how they got the skills. But I think you can healthily have a little bit of both of those, right? I have a quote here from Frankie de Jong. Says, he was interviewed. He says, I think my style of play is hard to evaluate because I don't score many goals or make many assists. People today focus too much on statistics. I also tend to keep the ball a lot longer than others. I don't always play with 2 or 3 touches. Sometimes I do, but it depends on the situation. A strength, of course. Oh, they asked if that's a strength or a weakness. He said it's a strength, of course. Oh my gosh, I just got rid of the page. Okay. He said, a strength, of course. If it wasn't, I wouldn't do it. When I'm free, I prefer to draw the opponent towards me to create space for a teammate. So that's his task in the game, I think. That's what he's doing to himself. He's saying, oh, if I do this really well, this is going to be good for my team, right? Not thinking about himself as much, but thinking about his team.
More performance-oriented.
If I just pass it quickly to, say, the fullback who's being marked, I'd put him in trouble. People might say, wow, he played fast. But for me, that's a tactical mistake. So right there, he's like, I could be a player who scores goals. I could do all these things. I could play and how people want me to play, but that's not my identity as a player. That's not my style. I'm going to play my way. And you can see right there when he's talking about how many touches he holds it. That's focusing on what he can do to help his teammates. And I think that's a great mentality. Like we said, I think it was last episode where I said, sometimes me as a center mid, I had my favorite games were not when I scored a hat trick. It was when I didn't lose the ball even once. Can you tell which orientation I am? The guy who says I don't care about winning at 77, which you shouldn't as much. Well, and that's my master orientation.
There he is again.
That's all right. I'm gonna stop justifying it. I just am mastery oriented, and that's just it. So I also saw one. It was a Erling Haaland quote where he was asked about scoring goals or something. He's like, I can't think.
He's got to be performance oriented, right?
You'd be surprised. I think he's both, right? He's got to be both. I'm sure Frankie wants to win games and score goals. It's just not his main thing, but he does those things to win the games, win the trophies. But Haaland was interviewed. I don't have it pulled up here, but he said, I can't think about scoring goals because if I think about that, then I forget the other things. I need to do the other things well, help his team build up, connect the passes, check in, make the runs. If I do those things well, I'll score the goals. So I can't think about how many goals I'm scoring or I think he was maybe asked about his record because he's killing it again.
Prolific.
But even then, everyone thinks, oh, Haaland loves goals, loves winning. That's why he's at City. That's why he's number 9. That's why he's so good at it. But I think there's a lot more going on where that's the surface level. But really, he can hit a ball against a wall 100 times. He can do 1,000 headers in a day. Maybe not. That doesn't sound super healthy. He can do 100 headers a day.
Don't do 1,000 headers, kids.
And I think he is mastery oriented, but obviously he has the other side, chucking a ball at Gabriel's head.
Quinn talks about, right?
And this is the thought I had: is maybe those players who are the top athletes, their window is basically the whole spectrum.
Yes, I was just going to say the same thing.
Yeah, giant window where I'm not. Well, and I don't think he gets discouraged from losing. I think he hates losing, but I think
it's a motivational factor too, right?
Yeah, and I think probably Pep's the same way, where he loves winning, obviously, all the trophies and everything, but focuses on the process of doing that. And when something goes wrong, remember he was like cutting up his head and everything, scratching his face last season. I think it's because he's trying to figure out a way to make it happen. And he's focusing on, how do I master coaching? How do I master team formation, lineups? How do I master all those things? Subs. I think a lot more athletes than you think have a huge window where they could go all the way one way, all the way the other. Maybe mid-game, I'm right in the middle where I want to win, I want to get the performance, and I know I have to do these tasks in order to get to that. So, any thoughts on that? I was just cooking there for a second.
Well, funny you should bring that up. So I'm going to talk about Pep a little bit later, in that, Liverpool won the league last year. And Pep had made a little bit of changes. I want to talk about the one thing that he's really kind of doubled down on this year. I'll talk about that in Pro Soccer, you guys. But before we get there, let's talk about, so I was reading an article, probably on Google, and it had just talked about alpha dogs in the game of soccer, and then, which also made me think about queen bees. When you look up the definition, like, so Bruno Fernandes is the Manchester United alpha dog, right? Like, when he's going, we're going. When he's not,
it's not the queen bee.
No, he's so well. He does complain a lot. When he's not going, the team falls apart. And so it got me reading more and more articles. And I just kind of thought, like, does a team need an alpha dog? PSG winning Champions League. Did they have an alpha dog in that team? Was it Donnarumma maybe? Or was it just...
What are the definitions of these?
So an alpha dog is the player within the team that takes their own initiative to be the leader of the team. So like a self-applied leader. Queen bee, same thing, right? I'm the leader of this colony. You're all my workers. When we're in trouble, you can rely on me. It's kind of the idea of it. And so, but the reason I wanted to bring it up is I was at futsal yesterday, and our futsal team it's going to be special. But we have one player who's he's been to Argentina. He's on the U.S. futsal national team. He's very, very good. And he's definitely our alpha dog. And so the other boys see that, and then they use him. We haven't played any games yet, but I think when we get to games, we're going to use him to win games, right? We're going to play through him because he is the alpha dog of the team. And
you're saying he knows it too. So he's like, give me the ball.
Give me the ball and I'll win the games.
Okay.
And so this got me thinking. I just want to ask you a few questions about it, and you, the viewers, as well. If you want to respond in the comments, do you think U9 teams need queen bees? Do you think U13 teams need alpha dogs? Do you think U7, do you think high school teams need this type of player? But for Charlie, do you think every team needs an alpha dog or a queen bee? We'll just start there, like in general.
Yeah, I think it's useful to have, well, we talked about Roy Keane before. I think it's helpful to have a Roy Keane.
Yeah, when I was proud to wear that scarf, guys.
Alpha dog, right? He's not a queen bee.
Carries the team.
And he carried the team. Like sometimes I picture him just like literally like, well, not that Scholes needed it necessarily, but come on, Paul, like we're going to do this. This is the way we do things. And if you want to win this game, you're going to get over there. You're going to bust your butt and put the effort in. Like that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's the 75th minute. We're in a 1-1 game. Maybe we need another goal to advance. A draw kicks you out, that kind of thing. Like
someone to spur your team on, not Hotspur.
No, never Hotspurs.
But someone to get it going, right? I think those players are super valuable. I'm not sure, does every team need one? I don't think like a U9 team needs one, let's say. You mentioned U9.
That's perfect. That leads into my second question. So if we believe that teams need alpha dogs and queen bees, what age do you think that starts coming into play?
Well, you're asking the master-orientated guy, where I see the younger ages, and U.S. soccer tells me to see it that way too. So I think I'm on the right track. But yeah, I'm not worried about those wins and losses and the results and winning a trophy from a tournament at those younger ages, 77, even 99. I'm pretty radical that we don't really start soccer until U13. Until then, working on the process, getting the players to read the game, and you don't need someone to kind of spur your team on like that. If the players are all focusing on, oh, I just need to check my shoulder more often. I need to find the space. I need to make good decisions on the ball. I think when everyone does that at those younger ages, then you're playing good soccer. And something I like is that the level at U9 and even 9v9 too varies so much that you don't know who you're playing. Does it depend on your opponent? Is your opponent's coach doing something like reprehensible in their coaching style?
Pass it to Jimmy.
Hey, put 4 players on the build-out line and run at them. Stuff like that. It's hard to plan against that. And if you focus on what the other people are doing, you're going to have a bad time. I know from experience. So I focus on what our team is doing, what each player is doing. If a player is not doing their task well, or we talked about this fall too, it's easy to do the easy things. The hard thing is doing the easy things every time and being consistent. So for me, I think focusing on the process and players reading the game and learning the game is more important. Then once we know it and we're playing against, people ask me why I don't do a lot of defending sessions at 77. It's like, well, in order to have an organized defense, you have to play against an organized attack, and none of these people are organized. So
nope. They're probably looking for their alpha dogs.
Yeah. But now when you get to U13, you're 11v11, you kind of have your team formed until the age group changes it, U.S. soccer. Until you get to there, focus on what the players are doing. And I don't think focusing too much on the wins, but once you get to that level, if you have players that read the game, understand what's going on, can scan and make decisions, now you can start coaching soccer, the game of soccer, right? And now you can start saying, okay, wins do matter now. It's not everything that we live for. We still have to do the task really well, but you're kind of transforming from that younger age where it's about the task into more of, hey, we're a U19 team. Let's go win something. So I think there's a transition and a gradient like that.
Yeah, I agree. And I definitely kind of seeing the high school side of it. So that kind of goes to my next question, where I think I'm going to lead into it with my answer. I think in high school, that type of player is really helpful, right? Because not everybody's in the club level of soccer. And so you kind of need that player that you can kind of gravitate towards that can help carry everybody along. And so my question is, as a coach, would you prefer having an alpha dog or a queen bee, or just a team full of grinders, a team that's 100% focused on tasks and things like that?
I think if you have a team that's really focused on tasks, you can do a lot of great soccer things. But this seems a little bit more psychosocial, right? Can you explain queen bee a little bit more? Like I get alpha dog. Where would a queen bee?
So queen bee is kind of the same thing, right? Like it's your player that it's maybe you're 10 or you're 6 and everything goes through them. So defense wins the ball. They're the first one showing. They might even tell players where to go next. You see that?
Okay. So is this like best friends? Sometimes I explain to young players, like very young players that center mids are everyone's best friend. I go over here and get the ball from Nate because he's under pressure. I switch it. I want to share with my friends over here. Oh, now they need help. I'm going to go over here, and center mids just bop around. Is it kind of like that?
Yeah, there's your queen bee. I'm trying to think of the U.S. women's national team. Is it Rose Lavelle?
Yeah.
She's, for me, like the queen bee of the U.S. national team.
You.
Like helping everybody in stress, in stressful situations. She's kind of the outlet.
I think that was the kind of player that, well, I was when I was young. I'm learning about myself here.
Yeah.
I think I was that kind of player where, I loved being on the ball. Who doesn't? And I kind of get like, okay, I'm going to have to do some things for my team rather than me like telling this person, hey, you need to shape up. Let's go. Not that I never do
the
that.
alpha dog a little bit, right?
Yeah. So instead of me doing that, I would be like, hey, let's focus on connecting passes. Hey, use the drop there. You're under pressure, right? So things like that. Giving a solution instead of being like, you need to play better. Come on, let's go.
Is it your Frankie de Jong?
Yeah,
he's the queen bee, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then finally, this is kind of a fun one. We don't have to give names, but does the U13 NPL girls team have either an alpha dog or a queen bee?
Well, let's put some context. This is our second team in the age group. I don't think you're going to get as many strong personalities on second, third teams.
Right? Especially the first year of 11v11, maybe.
So I think there's a big social part, especially with girls, where it's, hey, we want to get along.
If you try to do that, that could backfire, right?
Yeah. Like and someone told me, one of my coaching mentors told me, for example, like you have to coach boys and girls differently. Like with the boys team, I can go, Nate, you're not tracking back, with all of Nate's friends right there as teammates.
Oh, no.
And I can go, Nate, you're not tracking back. You got to get back. And Charlie, pass the ball, right? I can do that with boys and they'll take it a lot better than if you do that with girls because of the social aspect. They're all in that group and you say, Natinha, why? He's Brazilian female now. Why are you not passing the ball? And then everyone's looking at them or they perceive it that way and then they get down on themselves. So I think you'll see naturally a lot more alpha dogs with male teams. I think you'll see more queen bees also due to the wording.
Yeah, the context of the words. We'll find new words for the next podcast, you guys.
So I think girls teams really like having a queen bee that you said it's more reactionary. It's like, okay, we can lean on this person rather than someone challenging them and saying, hey, I'm challenging you.
Need to help out.
Yeah, do better. So I think maybe that's a nuanced answer for you. We can't give names. I didn't think about this too much since I don't know what these words meant before now. But I think it's really
end of the
beneficial.
Season, maybe we can bring it back.
Maybe. I think it's really beneficial to have a queen bee that those girls can lean on and rely on. So,
and just kind of from what I've seen, my final answer is in club. I think exactly to your point: 7v7, no; 9v9, maybe; 11v11, probably. And then really in high school, if you do have those types of players, it can be a huge help.
Do you think it's good to have both? Do they ever conflict? I'm giving you questions now.
I like this. I'm gonna have to run through the European, kind of squad and see if there's a team that has both. I think if you had a grinding queen bee who didn't want the accolades, I think it could happen. But I think alpha dogs do want that recognition, right? I think it'd be very hard for an alpha dog like a Roy Keane. I think Roy Keane loves being Roy Keane. Roy Keane can't be David Beckham in that sense.
I think you and I accidentally are talking about kind of similar things with the orientations and these types of players where alpha dog, probably performance oriented. Queen bee, probably more task oriented.
Right? The queen bee wants to help out. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
synergy. Hey, we got it together, guys. Youth soccer, all in one.
There we go. Well, that was an interesting conversation. Thank you. That was
fun.
That was a good time. You want to have more good times in pro soccer?
Hey, let's do it.
Let's do it. We got to change. See you soon.
That was good. All right. Welcome back, listeners. So we're at an international break. And so everything that's about to be discussed is going to be the weeks prior to that. But for the first time, maybe the second time this season, just because we've kind of missed our marks, I'm going to do the weekly awards.
Yeah, okay, let's get into it.
And so I imagine most of our viewers watched the Manchester City Liverpool derby the last weekend. I'm hoping you guys did.
Some rich people from United Arab Emirates were watching that. If you know what I mean.
Were.
Michael Oliver.
There's a lot of money in this game, and so
yeah, they give it to Michael Oliver. That's where the money goes.
But a lot of good games this week. Harry Kane drew level with Union Berlin to keep Bayern's undefeated season intact in the 90th minute. But my player of the week goes to a fantastic winger by the name of Jeremy Doku.
Oh, yeah.
He was affecting Liverpool from the very first minute. He had a chance, and then still early in the game had another. I think he beat two guys, got a penalty. Holland missed the penalty. But I always think justice is served because Doku, it was the slightest touch. And it was a touch and there was contact and whatever, but I don't think those should be penalties. And so
I think they say ball don't lie.
No, the ball don't. Sure doesn't. So, but I mean, he affected that game from minute 1 to minute 90. And so he earns my player of the week. Getting right into goal of the week, it's the same guy. Jeremy Doku scores City's third. So most of the time, Doku likes to get fullbacks isolated down the wing. And so Liverpool got caught up in that moment, and the right back went with Doku. And then I believe somebody overlapped Doku, and then Doku takes a touch inside, and there's all this space because nobody went with him because they thought he was going to go down the wing. Ball's in the back of the net, 3-0.
Wait, Jeremy is flaming Liverpool right backs, and Trent is not one of them anymore?
Can you believe it?
I thought it was Connor Bradley, right?
It was Connor Bradley.
Didn't he have a good game? But considering that you're trying to...
He locked up Vinny.
Trying to lock... Oh, that's what it was, maybe. Yeah.
The other fantastic winger that... it's tough to do it twice in 5 nights, I guess.
Yeah, against two of the best.
Yeah.
Jeremy Doku just does this shake and then goes to the right side every time. It's tough, though. It's like Aaron Robin. You know what he's going to do.
Can you stop it?
You can't stop it. He's a very good player.
I got really lucky with this. So I watched... It must have been 2 hours of YouTube highlights. Couldn't find my flop of the week. Every game was tight. There were no, except for Liverpool. Liverpool was actually my runner-up because it wasn't really your guys' fault. There was just nobody else. Like United and Spurs drew, Arsenal drew Sunderland. Like 5 draws in Serie A. PSG beat Lyon 3-2. Bayern drew, Dortmund drew. Like,
and this was right before international break.
Yeah.
Come on.
I wanted a flop. Thank you, Portugal, and thank you, Cristiano Ronaldo.
No.
Portugal lost to Ireland 2-0, therefore not solidifying their straight passage into the 2026 World Cup. They still have to win tomorrow against Armenia, which, But then Ronaldo elbows somebody in the back, gets a yellow card. VAR tells the Swedish referee, whoa, take a look at this. That elbow looked pretty blatant. And they go back. And here's the best part. So Ronaldo, before he goes to VAR, went up to the Ireland player and he does this, right?
Okay. That's another yellow.
Yeah.
Actually, taunting is a red card, isn't it?
Well,
by the laws of the game, not the spirit of the game.
Yeah. Referee comes back, says, no, I'm not giving you the yellow, and pulls out the red. So imagine Cristiano Ronaldo's surprised. Well, then what does he do? He sarcastically applauds the Irish football fans, who are then 10,000 of them are giving him the crying. It was fantastic. Anyway, well done, Cristiano Ronaldo. You are very, very deserving of flop of the week. Actually, if Charlie and I take this one more step, that's wonderful credentials for flop of the season. That you guys literally were this close to qualifying for the World Cup. Now you have to win or draw to get there, and I'm sure you will. But hey, if they believe that your elbow was violent, you're going to miss the first 2 games of the World Cup. So
was Michael Oliver reffing?
No, he was probably VAR though.
Well, Ronaldo, don't worry. I have a Ronaldo section in extra time.
Ooh.
I didn't know you were going to make him the flop, but
hey, we tied everything into together really nicely today, guys.
It'll work out, Ronaldo. I'm sure he's doing fine.
Yeah.
I don't think he's watching this.
No, probably. If you are, I'm sorry.
If you are, please send me a signed jersey. I love you. You're my favorite. Seriously.
We do love you, Christian. There it is.
I'll
give you one.
In our very professional outfits.
My team of the week, this was actually a surprise to me. I didn't even, going in, I look for the Bayerns, the Leverkusens, the PSGs, the Juventuses, so on and so forth, the Arsenals, who have been very good all year long. It wasn't any of these guys. It was, I'm going to give you the stats. But one team had 13 shots total. One had 11. One team had 5 shots on goal. The other team had 3. One team had 53% possession. The other team had 47%. Now, telling you these stats,
Are you the Riddler? What is going on?
Do you think these two teams are pretty evenly matched?
Yeah, I'd say they're pretty even.
Yeah,
One team did a little better, but they're both getting stuff on the board.
Yeah, you'd think it's Arsenal versus Chelsea or Liverpool versus Tottenham, or Okay,
don't compare us
maybe
to
not
Chelsea.
Arsenal and Chelsea.
London's
maybe
red.
Chelsea and Everton.
Chelsea.
Sorry.
Yeah.
This was Real Madrid and Rayo Vallecano, a newly promoted side from Segunda Liga. I think I got that right.
Real Volcano.
Yeah, they tied Real Madrid 0-0. It wasn't like Madrid were missing guys. And not only that, but Madrid was coming off a loss to Liverpool midweek. Coming into this game, and you're thinking, fired up, angry.
Get back on track.
Here we go. They'd just beaten Barcelona a few weeks back, I think, in the El Clasico, Copa del Rey. But in any case, Real Vallecano, bravo. Like, you were in it, and you played just as well as Real Madrid and could have gotten a winner just as easily as they could have. So,
Real Volcano.
Yeah, hey. It's not Valencia, but they might be battling them for
I want them both to stay up now.
It'd be fun.
Who doesn't want Volcano in La Liga? La Liga A.
Hey, that game didn't have any goals, though. Do you have some goals that you'd like to discuss?
Oh, yeah, I got a few. Have you ever heard of the Puskas Award?
I think so.
You have. It is the 10. Yeah, we got 10 nominees. No, 11. We got 11 nominees.
Well done, Jimmy and Lamal. Way to sneak in there.
Well, should we start with his? Because his is my least favorite. Aaron Rob. We'll get to it. But I have 11 nominees here, official nominees for the Puskas Award. That goal from Hibbs is not on here. None of the goals that we ever showed are on here. But we got some pretty good ones. So let's watch together. You guys, as we're watching, I'll ask Nate to do the same. Pick your favorite. Let's go top three.
Top three.
Top three. Let us know in the comments if you agree with Nate's or if you think there's a better one. Or maybe you link a video in the comments. We could put on next extra time of a goal that you think should be on the list.
Sunday League, Minnesota United, whatever it might be.
Yeah, there's a bunch in Sunday League. All the crazy stuff they do. Some are better than these, but let's get into it. We have here first Ronaldo. Ball into the box, flips it up, and just casual bike from top of the box. Let's watch the other view. Ronaldo. Sure I'm saying that wrong. Cross gets cut out a little bit. He says, you know what? New plan.
And top bin's banger.
All right, next one. This is more of a team goal, but scored by Alessandro Deola. I'm sure that was wrong too.
Look at the one touch. Woo.
Bunch of passes, interchanging players. And I actually watched the longer video of this one earlier today. There were even more passes. This is like a short version.
Those guys are just chasing. Look at that.
It's good attacking. It's not even necessarily bad defending. It's just really good attacking.
Yeah.
That can happen sometimes. Next one. This is one of Nate's favorites, I think. Pedro de la Vega for Seattle Sounders. We got an MLS goal.
The very first time I saw this. Oh my.
Off the post as well. Long ball in. You'd have to be crazy to be that guy and say, you know what? I'm going top bins. Yeah, not even this. I'm going to shoot it, but I'm going to go top bins.
Far
volley.
post. Far post.
Disgusting.
Oh.
Great techers.
Near post, maybe.
I wouldn't criticize that. That was a good goal.
Yeah.
This is Santiago Montiel. Pretty sure I got that name right.
Yeah.
Ball top of the box. At another Plan B bike.
Bike from 23 yards, no problem.
Is that what Plan B stands for? Plan bike?
Maybe.
Plan A, Alpha Dog didn't work, so I'm going Plan B bike.
If you don't have an Alpha Dog on your team, just get one of those.
And that's crazy.
Oh, right under the bar.
Let's see. Amr Nasser, another bike. This one was too close, though. It wasn't even from outside the box.
His timing was right.
That was a good goal. I'm just saying, if you put all three of those bikes on it, I don't think this one wins.
I can't think that he's going to win the Puskas.
Although this is reminiscent of Gareth Bale, Cristiano Ronaldo, Champions League bikes. Right. I mean, good goal. Yeah, those ones are better.
Just outside the 6. Yeah.
What's this? Carlos Orantia. Quarantilla. Punched out by the goalie, chest, juggle,
I did like that one.
bins. Was that defender on the line trying to stop that? I never noticed him before. Look how he still walks backwards. Juggle, boom. That guy, he's on the goal line.
And he put it past him.
Oof. Top bins. Well done. What's next? Lucas Ribeiro. Collects it in his own half, dribbles. This looks like a FIFA game with all the slide tackles.
That's the R2 button.
3-on-0.
For those that know.
3-on-0 with the goalie. This is a FIFA goal in real life.
Now, had the goalie saved that, would that have been save of the year?
Tough to say.
Yeah.
Oh, we should look up save of the year sometime.
Episode 6.
And just straight through the middle. You got two guys to pass to who are actually
I love that
offside.
he kept it, though. That's great.
You said they were offside.
Better that he kept it.
Yeah.
So now he has a chance to win a trophy.
Declan Rice, Champions League, Real Madrid, free kick. Hasn't scored a free kick in his professional career before this, and then goes to top bins. Crazy.
And wait till you guys see the replay. Like, the reason I love this goal, so I love this guy anyway. I'm happy. He's the one Arsenal player like I absolutely love. But just where he puts it it's unbelievable.
Mbappe is there watching. Does West Ham want another 100 mil? We could send it to him.
You probably deserve it after that.
Rizky Rido. Challenging names on the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
Gets a kind of a through ball, one defender in his way. He decides, I'm not even going to take him on, or the goalie.
Why not?
Chip from damn near half. Okay. I mean, these seem crazy, but when the ball's on top of you, on top of the box, and you're facing away from goal, maybe bike makes the most sense. Instead of taking on this defender, maybe you just bend it in from 60 yards.
Maybe he's not good in 1v1s.
Maybe. This is, I think, my top one. Kevin Rodriguez, ball comes out, and he just absolutely twats it with his left foot. Look at that. Just crazy. I don't even know which league this is, where this guy plays, who he is. I've never heard his name before. Just walks up, and I don't even know if he's left-footed. He must be, right?
I would hope so.
I would hate to see his right foot. I'd love to see his right foot, actually. One more time, because I love this one. This is top one for me. That's insane.
Oh, that's a nice hit.
Next one, Lamine Yamal. We could just skip this one. Oh, this is the last one. We might as well play it.
The last one. And I know there's probably a lot of you watching that love this guy, so.
But Aaron Robin was doing this every single game.
If you guys don't know who Aaron Robin, please YouTube. Because it's essentially his move.
Cut inside on your left, shoot it from about the middle of the field.
Yeah. And I do like that he takes it away from the defender, almost back towards like deep midfield, and then strikes it as opposed to like, that square ball could be one, right? Where Lamine pulls it back almost and then is able to, but still.
Yeah. So those are 11. Nate, you have a top 3 for us?
I do. Starting at number 3, I'm going to go with the gorgeous first time ever free kick from Declan Rice.
Nice.
Then this is really hard. I keep going back and forth. For months, it was De La Vega from the Seattle Sounders.
Good goal.
But when you had sent me this list, there was one that I just watched over, and I can't get over a 30-yard bike.
So which one?
It's Montiel's bicycle from 7 yards clear of the box.
Yeah.
That's my number 1. So what about you? What do you have in your top 3?
I only have a top 1, Rodriguez. Everyone else is just second to him.
Yeah, that was
nice. A good goal.
Left-footed. Maybe if he was right-footed, then I gotta take him from 4-1. But
only if you're right-footed, Kevin.
Right-footed.
You guys, let us know. Did you have a different goal you thought would be on the list that's not? Do you agree with Nate's top 3? Do you agree with my top 1? What's your favorite goal? Did we miss anything? Not us. Did they miss anything in selecting these? Put it in the comments. Let us know. Nate, some of these guys that scored these goals are wingers.
They are.
What kind of wingers? You want to tell us about some different types?
Yeah, this is kind of fun for me. Back in the late 90s when I first started getting into soccer, a lot of wingers were asked to do one or maybe 2 things, right? Get to the touchline, get a ball in.
David Moyes cross 80 times in a game.
Yep. Feed your nines.
Your team.
Yeah. Oh God. Fellaini. Find Fellaini. Find that beautiful mane of curly hair.
Did he inspire the United Strand? The guy who won't cut his hair.
They do look.
The hair's looking similar.
I hope he pays for his haircut if we ever win 5 games in a row. This hair could get out of control if we win 5 in a row. But yeah, so I wanted to talk about, those were the wingers that I grew up watching. Then about 10 years ago, the winger position changed completely because of Frank Ribery and Arjen Robben, who we just talked about. They loved to cut inside every time.
Every time.
So Lewandowski wasn't getting crosses. He was getting 1-2 combinations, and Bayern won 11 Bundesligas in a row. That was really effective. And now, guys, in these last 2-3 years, you're seeing a hybrid of the two, right? Some of our favorites are Bukayo Saka, Vinny Jr., Lamine Yamal a little bit. I have a position for him that I want to discuss later. Jeremy Doku, who we just saw. And they're the hybrids, right? Like, they have no fear beating your pace to the touchline and getting a ball in. But, and here's the big but, these managers in these recent seasons kind of require, a lot of teams play 4-3-3, so you only have 3 attackers, right? Like the 10 is kind of disappearing for the 8-8. That's for another day, though. And so the Sakas of the world and the Vinnies of the world are asked to do both, feed the Jokershers of the world, the Mbappes of the world, and also create opportunities for themselves. So I kind of wanted to get into it with Charlie a little bit, just comparing the two. Nothing crazy, but there's kind of 5. So when I looked into it more, there's 5 kind of roles of winger as of 2025. And I'm going to list them all. You guys can write in the comments who you think yours is. I'm going to give you a list of the ones maybe I enjoy watching the most. Or in case of one, the one I hate watching. I can't stand the guy.
Charlie Zubel.
Yeah. Charlie'd make a great winger. Actually, put in the comments, guys, if you're interested. Knowing what you know about Charlie, if you've watched all our episodes, what type of winger would he be if he played on the wing?
I am excited to find out what you think and hear about these different winger spots.
So role number 1 is the wide striker. It's a pretty easy concept. It's a striker that's been taken out wide. The most famous, maybe for me, is Marcus Rashford. When he came through the ranks, he was the Manchester United number 9 in the U17s, the U19s, got into the first team, started there. And then when Mourinho came, playing at left wing, and they just continually asked him, you're going to start out here, but you're going to bring the ball inside and get your opportunities in between the half space, right? So wide striker is 1. Rafinha is probably the most famous one now. He's absolutely fantastic at it. He's always getting into those spaces and scoring goals. Number 2 is the inverted creator. This is the guy I don't care for. It's Angel Di Maria. But he is awesome at what he does. So he cuts inside, but unlike Saka and Vinny, who want to get 15 goals a year, Angel Di Maria is cutting inside and looking for other people. You guys have seen it with Argentina. When he makes that cut, Messi makes that little dink run, where you just, boop, ball goes over the center back's outstretched legs, and all of a sudden Messi's in, right? That's your...
I've seen it. Yep.
Yeah, we all have. Lamine Yamal, I put in this. He was a tough one for me. All 5 roles, he's kind of a hybrid of all 5, which is nuts. But I think Yamal is working towards this type of player where he can create for Lewandowski and whoever the next striker might be. Here's the touchline winger. This is, Charlie knows, and you NPL girls, you might know this too. My favorite winger. Where do I want your boots?
Should we say it at the same time? 1, 2, 3.
Chalk on the boots. Yeah, so these are the wingers who are literally on the touchline, receiving the ball, and then, in theory, you're isolated with 1 defender, right? And if you're the better player, you're winning more than you're not, and that's giving your team more opportunities. So even if you're winning 51% of the time, you're beating your person. It's 2v1s, it's 3v2s. You're creating opportunities. You're probably not a goal scorer. Funny I should say that now when I introduce my players. But my touchline wingers are Jeremy Doku, who's been absolutely fantastic. The reason I wanted to get into it with the Pep thing is Pep won a whole bunch of Premier Leagues, but he wasn't. And then he won the treble, and then he didn't win anything. And then I think he realized, and I'll get into this in my last conversation about this concept, but Jeremy Doku gives City something that like no other player can. And so Bernardo Silva isn't.
Yeah, he won those with Mahrez on that right side.
Mahrez
right?
was cutting it. He was the inverted creator. And then Phil Foden on the other side. And then one who, I hope you guys know this guy really well. He's probably the best at this, but it's Nico Williams from Spain and Athletic Bilbao. Barcelona's tried to buy him in the past. They haven't been able to get him. He's always starting wide and just loves going at people. Super fun to watch. If you haven't seen him, Watch him. He's sweet. Then you have the inside forward, and that's your Frank Ribery, right? You're going to cut inside every time and then try to generate a shot if there's no shot there. Maybe you find other people and recycle it back. But for me, I had to take a Borussia Dortmund guy in this one. He's been really good these last 18 months. It's Kareem Adeyemi. All he wants to do is cut in and score.
What is that name?
Kareem Adeyemi.
Oh, okay.
And
When you say it slower, I get it now.
If you get a chance to watch Germany, he's gotten called up to Germany these last couple times. His main guy is, his nine is, correct me if I'm wrong, Voltamade? Voltamada. And I really think Germany has a chance to be great if Florian Wirtz gets his head out of that $150 million you-know-what, because he has not been good. But that front three could be extremely dangerous. And so, yeah, Adeyemi's always cutting in. Voltamade is a target man, and just he creates his own chances. And then you have Florian Wirtz, who wants to help everybody out. It's just, it could be really special. And
he wants to.
But
he's not
Can
right
he?
now.
Zeros.
He wants to be a queen bee, but he's a worker ant. Maybe he's a harvester. Maybe he's a harvester.
We're working on it.
I don't know
X-Factor guys.
I don't know ant types.
It's a fire ant.
You're the ant guy.
But if Musiala comes back too, then Germany's got a headache of selections. So we'll see what happens there.
Oh, yeah.
And then finally, and this one kind of lost in today's style of play, just because if you're going to play this type of winger, you probably need to play a 4-4-2, a 4-3-1-2 maybe, and then the guy drifts wide, but it's your second number 10. And so let me explain that to you guys really quick. The number 10 is everything you think it is, right? A playmaker, probably central, finds other people, supports midfield, supports the striker, right? Your second number 10 is just that guy, but wide. And so for me, I think that's Kevin De Bruyne in his early years with City. He kind of turned into an 8 as he got older. But De Bruyne, when he had first gotten there, I don't even think it was Pep. I think it was like Pellegrini or some other random. But he was asking him to receive the ball in the wide spaces and then whip in early crosses. And they had Kun Aguero and Eden Dzeko and all these other guys. But the second 10 might be dying, but it's a really cool position to see because it's essentially a central attacking midfielder that all of a sudden he's on the edge of the 18 over here. All of a sudden he's on the edge of the 18 over there. You don't know where to find him.
It's like a connector, right?
Yeah.
Connecting from there to there, launching attacks from there.
Yeah. It's really hard to defend, right? Because if you're man marking, you probably got to sub out after 70 minutes. And then we have the hybrids. And this is what's coming in now, guys. And when we do this podcast 5 years from now, season 7, episode 5, we're going to be talking about this role. And I call it the hybrid now. There'll probably be a name for it, but it's Bukayo Saka. It's Vinny Jr. And right now, my personal favorite, Liverpool, who bought Florian Wirtz to replace this guy, Luis Diaz, who's been just lighting up the Bundesliga. He's getting to the touchline. He's cutting inside. He's finding Harry Kane for assists.
Scoring from the touch line or the end line.
Hopefully Charlie puts it up here for you guys. He's awesome, man. These guys, what these guys are doing right now, like it's really special to me just seeing like this new role, because I've never, for 30 years, it didn't exist. I liked wingers that played wide, one-on-ones. In any case, so seeing these hybrids, these guys that can do a little bit of everything, and you can ask them to do all that, and they do it, as a fan, it's pretty cool.
But it's hard to defend, too, because those other archetypes of wingers, you know what they're going to try to do. I mean, people said that Arjen Robben, you know what he's going to do, but you don't know when, and you can't stop it. But if you're a one-trick pony, I think that's why Saka, Vinny, whoever else you mentioned, those are some of the top wingers in the world, because they can attack you a number of different ways.
Yep. My favorite teenager, soccer. Keenan Yildiz is also built in that way. I was
going to say, your favorite teenager, I think, is in the house.
Yeah. He's not built that way, guys. And so, but really quick, just the last thing I wanted to touch on was the inside forward versus the touchline winger, and like the difference. And the definition that they provided, which I thought was great, was chaos agent. And so both of those things are really great in and of itself, right? Like you have an inside forward who's always cutting in and hitting that far post. And so goalies have to be aware that they could be shooting and maybe even passing, but probably not. And then you have your touchline wingers who are probably crossing in the ball, maybe playing 1-2s, waiting for overlapping runs from their fullbacks. Well, a chaos agent is kind of this hybrid, right? And I got to imagine, extremely hard for fullbacks to defend these types of players because they're creating chaos. You don't know if they're going to go to the touchline. If you need to defend them in a one-on-one, if they cut inside, do you pass them off to the center backs?
It's a conundrum.
It is. And so the next time you get a chance to watch one of these guys play, or even there's probably 20 of them out there now, look for this chaos agent type player and let us know what you think. I think it's a really cool role. I think that's a really cool definition for him. It's a cool addition to like the glossary of modern football.
I don't usually think that much about the wingers, but Nate, that's what Nate's here for. He's the tactical expert.
You got stuff for extra time.
Well, first I had just a couple pro things really quick. Did you hear that American soccer's changing? Finally,
are we going to get
just announced
international breaks when other people get international breaks?
Let's take it one step at a time. But yeah, they announced, obviously, USL already announced a few months ago that they're doing promotion relegation. Do you hear this? College is doing the same. NCAA is doing the same.
No way. I did not hear that.
If you lose games at D1, you could be a D2 school, I think, in that sport, which is going to be super weird. I don't know how it works, so we're not going to get too far into it. But they're also changing the calendar. So now college is more of like the European season, and so is MLS. MLS just announced they're changing too. So about time, guys.
Yeah.
What were we doing?
We're on this transfer windows. I don't have to do 2 now. This is great.
Yeah. And obviously, like, we're talking with Cam Knowles, and he's sharing that like all of our guys are out for international break, but MLS is still going on. Huge problem for MLS to have these top players if they're all going on international break, and then we're losing games and everything's crazy. So look forward to that. We'll have more. We'll do a podcast about it soon when more is announced. There was a scandal, Nate, in the
hopefully not in the U.S.
in Washington State. Get ready for this team name: Sharktopus FC versus Bellevue Athletic. An Open Cup qualifying match must be replayed after it was discovered the referee had recently played for Bellevue's second team. Yes, you read that right. So they're in the U.S. Open Cup. Sharktopus FC is a real team name. Do you know why I know that?
Please share this.
I played for this team about like 4 years ago. I was visiting my friend Steven in Seattle. And he's like, hey, you want to play? It was just like an amateur men's league team at that point. Now they've developed it a lot more. Say, hey, do you want to play for this team that I'm playing for? Like, I've visited Steven for a week, so we had 2 games in that time length, or maybe 3. But we had 3 because I scored 4 goals for Sharktopus FC in 3 games as a guy from Minnesota. And it was crazy. We had a ex-NFL, I think he was 2nd or 3rd string quarterback on that team, playing as our number 9. Just a whole collection of just.
Did you let him do the throw-ins?
Random guys. No, he had quite an arm though. I saw him throw a soccer ball 60 yards. It just threw it like a football. Threw a soccer ball. 60
Michael
yards.
Box, I'll eat your heart out, buddy.
It's crazy. Like, footballs are made to be thrown that way. But anyway, scandal in Washington for a team I was a guest player for 1 week. So I thought that was funny. Sharktopus FC is a real team name. I'll put the badges up here. The badge got a little bit better since back then. But Sharktopus, we hope you go all the way to the final of U.S. Open Cup. Coach Leo, if you're watching this, good job recruiting great players and getting your team up there. So just a fun little story for us. And now we can go to extra time. That was already a little dose of extra time. All right, you know that sound. It's time for extra time. Do they know that sound? We have only done it a few times.
Yeah. Welcome, first-time viewers.
Yeah. What are these guys doing? All right, well, what we're doing, first-time viewers, is extra time. I just find a bunch of internet slop, some funny stuff, some goals, some memes. We already showed some goals today, so I have some other things to show you. First one, it was Halloween recently. Nate, was this your costume? This is Soccer Dad costume. We have a foldable chair. We have sunglasses. I think you have the same pair.
Yes, I think I do.
You got a VO or a Trace or both. You've got a tumbler. You've got a Soccer Dad hat, which you have. Yeah, Cliff Bar and umbrella.
Dude, I have like 80% of that.
Yes.
Packet or the
nailed it
already.
Nailed it. Spirit Halloween. If that's not real.
I'm buying it if it is.
Speaking of great outfits. Remember how the Arsenal third kit is the ultimate date shirt?
Yes, it is.
This came across my desk this morning. This is my brain after seeing her in the 25-26 third kit crop top. Ladies, if you're watching this, if you were wearing the third kit crop top, you got a chance, okay? I'm not going to say I'm going to date you, but you got a chance. I remember that trick. I didn't say that.
But there's a chance.
But, girls, like women wearing crop tops of the jersey, it's always a good look. So just some free advice for you guys. This was Nate recently. This is called Playing in Your 30s.
You all right, mate? How's it going? Oh, barely use my knees anyway.
You sure you're all right, mate? Do you want to stop for a bit?
Can't stop, mate. I've got to use the momentum. Ow! Nope. Not doing that. I'll be here for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. That was you.
Totally relatable.
After 15 minutes of futsal.
Oh, man.
And playing in our training sessions for 2 hours.
2v2s.
Yeah. Okay. This is Coach says tomorrow's practice will be from 6 to 7. Whole team starts giggling because it's 6-7. Get it? Isn't that so funny, Nate? 6-7.
It's pretty funny.
How many times do you hear that every training? 6 or 7 times?
At least.
All right. That hopefully we don't have to do that anymore. Nate and I are actually doing that a lot on our team, so it's uncool. So the girls
We're
stop.
trying.
Remember, I'm chopped and unk. No, I'm not chopped. I'm just
I'm
unk.
chopped. He's unk.
So the more that we do it,
Or
and
cooked.
coaches, you can do this too. Do the crap out of 6-7, so players stop. 6-7. Someone's gonna clip that.
Yeah.
All right, I have a bicycle kick section here. This is probably 9v9 guys. They're possessing the
Hey,
ball,
The ball's moving nice.
moving it around. I'm pretty sure they're murdering this team. This green team's not even getting close.
No, they're not.
Here's the inverted winger.
Oh, no.
And bike. It was like a slow motion bike. He had some hang time.
He waited.
So that's bike number 1, which is actually bike 4 that we saw today, I think. I'm counting right. This is a goalkeeper bike to equalize in stoppage time. Have a bit of this.
Oh, come on. That
Wait, did that outfield player miss a bike first?
I think so.
What is he doing in goal? Let's see again. I want to see. Oh, okay. Well, let's watch the slow-mo. Not really a bike. I call that a sidewinder, but I mean, you're a goalkeeper doing that. Well done.
Yeah,
Canada Premier League. Did you know there was such thing?
I did not.
It's like the English.
I
It's
just
exactly
assumed
like the English league, except in Canada. I'm
Toronto,
pretty sure.
Vancouver, and Montreal were in our league.
They have all the top play. Oh yeah, good point. All right. Well, anyway, this is a very Canadian scene because they are playing
Oh, no.
in a blizzard. Look at this. They're playing on the snow. Guy just not casually. This is he went for
kind
it.
of fun.
I think you can go for it though when you have a padding of snow underneath. That is some thick snow. Let's see the other view. Watch this slow motion. Boom. Well done. I don't know this guy's name. I don't think I need to. He's in Canada. But well done. Maybe I should know your name. You know who's going to be doing a lot of crazy goal attempts? Ronaldo when he gets to 999.
Oh, yeah.
This is Ronaldo taking shots from wherever when he's trying to score his 1,000th career goal. 60 yards away doesn't matter. Out of the park doesn't matter. Doing a bike doesn't matter. He's going to be shooting. And I think what kind of athlete is he? What orientation? He's both.
He's both.
He's
the
ultimate to both.
He is the spectrum.
He tells himself, he tells everyone that he has the perfect body because he works out every day, but he also makes sure that he is getting the right nutrients. His whole life is around soccer. So
he does like corsets while he cooks. I mean, it's just crazy.
his whole life is just to prepare him for playing soccer. So you got that mastery orientation.
Big window.
He works on the skills, hasn't scored as many free kicks as he used to, but maybe we should go and practice those. I'm sure he is. But then he also, of course, wants the goals, wants to win at all costs, and maybe alpha dog sometimes. Hey, I want to win. I'm going to pull you up and let's go win.
Please.
Like, you're not doing enough to help me win. I think that's Ronaldo in a nutshell right there.
He's our entire episode.
See,
He was a winger too when he came through.
all love Ronaldo. Chris, I call him Chris. We're on a first name basis. Do you know I Show Speed? He showed up to one of Ronaldo's games in Saudi Arabia. Check out this
I didn't
scene.
know him.
He's at the drum, like the fan drum. Ronaldo's right there in the middle. And so he's trying to teach him. He goes like, boom, boom, stop. 1, 2, stop. 1, 2, stop.
Boom, clap. Boom, boom. What? Wait. Yeah. Wait. What? My battery died. Boom, stop.
Stop.
Oh, okay. I got it.
I got Ronaldo.
I got it. Yalla. Wait. Yeah.
Sweet.
That's actually really fun.
All right, that was a nice, fun crossover episode. I didn't expect to see that. There's this joke of like images that AI can't recreate. That's probably one of them. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Ronaldo, this is a crazy stat here. In the last 20 years, only Mo Salah and Messi have scored more left-footed goals than Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo is right-footed.
That is crazy.
He's an insane man. The best. His influence even got to the NFL. Check this out. Score a touchdown.
I love that. That's fun.
Even though this is America and NFL, lots of people, hundreds, thousands, saying
every time I throw a strike. Or not every time, but I do bring it out.
You would do it a lot if you threw it every strike you got. Let's see. This one's on page 5, so I'm going to fill the space until I can scroll there. I just love this season's Premier League. You win, you're down. You win, you're second. Draw, you go 6. Lose, and you're down to 10th. You've got to love it.
It's been, well, outside of the first place team, was way up there. It's been a lot of fun.
Actually, here's the video, the EPL race personified.
Survivor Series.
You got Man City and Arsenal.
You can feel the disdain. Oh my God!
Who's coming? That's great. Let's say there's really nobody else around.
I think they're in 4th right now, but you don't have to scroll far on the table, and you see Sunderland there with us, City, Chelsea.
Newly promoted side. That's pretty cool.
It's all Granite Xhaka. You're welcome. Have you heard of Hater Central?
I haven't. I'm excited for
this is a very performance-oriented X account, and the name says it all. He's a hater, so he watches a lot of pro soccer and writes scathing reviews of the players. So here, for example, Virgil van Dijk, no scandals, no drama, no clue what's going on, just Bluetooth defending and twerking.
Oh,
brutal.
A little harsh. I mean, he did.
And the Bluetooth defending because he just keeps backing up, and that's why people say he hasn't gotten dribbled past. Hater Central does not take it easy. Here's another one. He takes down the whole league.
Oh, geez.
So this is Serie A one weekend, or today. 8 matches, 6 goals, 4 0-0 results. And he calls it Serie Ass.
Yeah, that's probably the reason why they weren't in any of my conversations.
I think one of the comments is like, oh my gosh, he's taking on whole leagues now. And to be fair, to be a good sport, he did a Jokeres one. He actually did several Jokeres ones to start the season. This is Jokeres versus Kosovo. 0 goals, assists, 0 key passes, 0 dribbles, 0 aerial duels, 12 possessions lost. No need for a mask. We can't see you.
I like this guy.
So that's only 3 of them. He posts every single game day and just annihilates clubs, players especially, managers, leagues apparently.
That's fun. That's an easy follow.
Yeah. Hater Central,
Let's
guys.
do it together,
guys. This is a fun Arteta story here. So this guy was with the team. Well, I'll let him tell it.
With the team when they went to Sport in Lisbon, didn't you?
Yeah.
What was that like?
I was in my seat and I think I'm just watching Netflix or whatever, and then all of a sudden I just feel this, like this, right? I look up, it's Mikel. He's standing there, right, like over me like this. I'd never met him before. He had no idea who I was. He goes, did you you had the game on Saturday? Yes. I was like, yeah. Did you hear the stadium announcement? How they did the goal? Yes. And it was like a different bit. It was like where they go Bukayo, and then the crowd goes Saka, and they go Bukayo, Saka, and I went, yeah, it was fun. Yes, but how fun? Like, did it make a difference? Yeah. And I went, yeah, I think so. He goes, my idea. Yeah, it's intense.
My idea.
Yeah, it was intense.
He does the light bulb thing. He tries all these different, what do you call them, metaphors for how he wants the team to play and act together. He even gets the stadium announcer to say, hey, can you please say the name? They say the rest. I want to see how fun it is. Can we make it better difference for the fans? But you get the fans involved. He's got all the players on the same page. He's got his whole staff, including Nicolas Jaubert, on the same page. Good things happen. Speaking of, here's him a little fired up. I think this is the one I have to censor. So just know that. No. I'll censor it. But here's Arteta.
Mikel, another set-piece goal today. Can Arsenal actually create anything from open play?
You know what? I don't give a single my friend. Everyone talks about open play. I tell my wingers, run down the line, smash it off a defender, get a corner, let the big boys do the business. Why? Because you work. You think I care about tiki-taka? No. I care about tiki-tower. Saliba, Gabriel, Havertz, 6 foot something, all of them built like bouncers from a Croydon nightclub. You put the ball in the box, it's carnage, mate. And yeah, when we go 1-0 up, we park the bus. Not just the bus, the mega bus from Victoria to Aberdeen with extra legroom and no Wi-Fi. You're not getting through. People say, oh, Mikel, your football is ugly. Ugly? My football is effective, my friend. You want beautiful football? Go watch Strictly Come Dancing. Every time we get a corner, I see fear in the keeper's eyes. You can smell it, like a kebab shop at 2 a.m. Chaos, grease, and violence in the air. That's Arsenal football. So yeah, keep calling us a set-piece team. I'll take the title of a recycled corner if I have to. Because when the confetti is flying and the parade rolling down Holloway Road, nobody's going to give a how we went in.
Yeah, it's getting fired up. He swear a couple times, so I'll bleep those out. But that's how I think too. People are calling us Set Piece FC. They called us Dark Arts FC. Guess what?
Hey, when you do one of these,
Crymore, number 1. Although we might follow the normal Arsenal season that we're used to. Here's Arsenal fans, especially explained by cats.
Arsenal fans explained by cats. Kitties called Gooners. Yes, Gooners. Don't ask why. Stage 1, the hype. Every August, Kitty believes this is their year. One win, Kitty's already singing about the Invincibles like it's still 2004. Stage 2, the bottle. Halfway through the season, Kitty is top of the league. By May, Kitty is crying in the litter box while Man City is holding the trophy. Every single time. Stage 3, celebrating nothing. Arsenal beats Bournemouth in September. Suddenly, Kitty's parading around the house like it's a Champions League final. Spoiler, Kitty has never actually won the Champions League. Stage 4, AFTV meltdown. After a loss, Kitty logs on, Kitty rants, Kitty hisses. Rival fans grab popcorn. Stage 5, obsession. Every season, Kitty says, this kitten is generational. Wilshere, Walcott, Martinelli, Saka, it doesn't matter. Kitty hypes like they just adopted Lionel Meowsy. Arsenal fans are not complicated creatures. They live for hope, they die by banter. And they'll never stop calling themselves Gooners. Trust me.
Darwin.
I've been calling Arsenal fans Gunners all season for obvious reasons, because there's new words all the time. Yeah. New words, but yeah, we're doing well. Can we keep it up? One guy who was helping us with this is Calafiore. What a season he's having. Check this guy out. He's explaining just why Cal is so effective.
Word I'm going to keep coming back to is chaos. And that is the word that defines Calafiore. You can see Calafiore highlighted in the middle of the pitch there. He's our left back.
On the right side of... Okay.
He's clearly getting a bit adventurous. But yeah, you do think, like, what's your left back doing there in possession? It's a bit mental. And if you go to the next clip, he's clearly signalling for it. But what he's actually doing, he does this 3 times. He signals 3 times and he wants it to go to Trossard. Because what he ends up doing is making this underlapping run. And essentially, if you just keep it rolling through, ends up on the edge of the box as our striker. From left back, and 45 seconds prior to that being in right central midfield.
And I'm going to pause it there. I'm going to show the goal here. Check this thing out. The ball goes over to Trossard. He's already ahead of Gyökeres. Scores a cracking goal. Called offside just barely. But that's our left back, apparently.
That's so crazy, man.
Great goal. Okay, well, let's keep it going.
So the second section of this, and this is actually a game where he doesn't venture out too much, but there's one segment in it that I distinctly remember, where he ends up, Nwaneri's come on at this point for Odegaard, so he's dropping a bit deeper to get the ball. And Calafiori's come all the way across against this right central midfield position.
We started at left back.
Started left back.
Right.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. All of his games, he is playing left back. He marauds all the way over to this right-hand side, picks up the ball off of Ethan Nwaneri and runs through the Nottingham Forest midfield. And of course, no one's picking him up. Because why would you? Their right winger in this game, I think, was Callum Hudson-Odoi, who at the best of times...
He's not going to go over there, is he?
No, exactly. You don't follow him all the way over there. And even if he does go over there, you don't tell anyone to pick him up. Because why are you worried about our left back? Again, this City example, he's able to affect the way we build up, right? And Zubimendi gets praise for our first phase build-up. Rice and a few other players get a lot of credit for our second phase build-up. But Calafiori affects every phase in those three examples.
That's great.
And I don't really know how he's getting away with doing it. If you keep it going, there's a graph. And
oh, wow.
They're his touch maps from two very different games, right? So I didn't want to pick two games that were quite similar, right? Yeah. That's the Man City game where first half we got battered, second half we did the battering. And there are some interesting positions he's picked up there.
Yeah.
And the West Ham one, there's one on the edge of the box where he hits the post. That's a shot. Other than that, none of them are shots. Of course, a couple of them from corners. But, I mean, why is our left back, especially that West Ham one? I mean... There's on the right-hand side of the pitch, there's almost as many as there is on the left-hand side of the pitch.
What's mad, I know obviously they're different games. They are virtually indistinguishable.
Yeah.
Like, if you showed that to somebody for a second and took them away and said which one was Man City, which one was... I don't think they get it.
I don't think they would either.
There's loads of touches on the left-hand touchline there.
Yeah.
It's not like that's
He's not leaving that part of his game out, especially that Man City one. There's a whole line of up there, and West Ham. There's so many touches on that left hand side, but then there's also touches. That's your left central midfielder's touches in a game. It's controlled chaos.
So yeah, it's chaos, but it's effective. He's fun to watch. Yeah. He's a chaos merchant.
Yeah,
he's all those things. He's a hybrid left back.
Winger. Yep.
So yeah,
inverted creator. He's inside forward.
That one was partially for you because I know you like the tactics.
Stuff,
even I'm morbidly interested in what he's even doing. Yeah. Sometimes not watching live at the game, the camera pans this way and then the ball comes back that way, and then he's not there anymore. He's somewhere else, and you expect to see him when it pans over, and nope, he's still way over there. So yeah, that's
cool.
Morbidly interesting, I think. Yeah. Arsenal corners. Oh, okay, yep.
Are you ready? Ready. Centre backs, are you ready? Ready. Wait! We need more centre backs. Hincapi, White, Mosquera, on you go.
And Arsenal now have 7 centre backs on the pitch.
Extra centre backs, are you ready?
Ready.
Wait! We need more centre backs!
Seriously?
I want to play with 11 centre backs. Go! Where the hell did you guys come from?
Gabriel! That's 1-0.
Wow.
And Arsenal win
after the game
8-0. All 8 goals being scored from corners.
There we go.
It's like the perfect utopia of Miguel Arteta's master plan.
This Sol Campbell, Mertesacker, Tony Adams coming out of nowhere. We're almost through the Arsenal section, okay? I won't subject you to too much more Arsenal, even though I could. This is me realizing I need to save up money for tickets to Arsenal's Champions League final. That's it. I just need to save up money because we will be there. To use a pep, we will be there. We will be there. Come on, you said it.
You're here first, guys.
Let's see. Okay, we're in our Liverpool section now. Something we can both enjoy.
There you go.
Slot saying against you guys, we've seen Sechko play the last 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We didn't say that. 6 games. But when they go to Liverpool, they change their lineup. That's not the first time we've faced a team that's done that. And Arne Slot realizing teams can change their starting 11. What? What?
Whoa.
He was complaining that
Plan for that.
teams are scoring from set pieces and that they don't have the same starting 11 and that they don't sub the players that he expected. And there was something else too where he's like, they're doing this totally normal thing.
Or something. Or only long balls when in all their statistical other games they didn't play as many or something like that.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Arteta's coming up for, you guys know why Arsenal do the corners, right? Because everyone plays so deep against us in a low block, even Man City did, that what are you going to do against a low block? If they don't come out of their shape, we shoot from distance or something. That's Wenger ball a little bit. Now Arteta's like, okay, you want to play a low block?
We'll meet
Corner
you there.
City.
Yep.
You want to come out and try to play with us? We destroyed Real Madrid, for example. Just one example. People are going pretty hard against Liverpool for good reason, including Newcastle's social media account. So they posted this picture of Isak. And Liverpool posted a picture of Isak. Newcastle commented and said, "Please stop calling and asking for a refund." That's the actual Newcastle account.
That's great.
NUFC on Instagram. Liverpool is a very nice club, though. They're very magnanimous. They invited this Make-A-Wish kid to watch every game from their front row. It only took about 120 million. Look at that kid. He's so happy to be there. This is his final wish. He gets to watch every game. This little German boy gets to sit and watch his favorite team every game in the front row. On the bench even. It's Wirtz.
Yeah.
How do you stop Wirtz and Salah? You play them.
Oh, no.
That's pretty brutal too.
Man. I mean, I love it, but... Sorry, Liverpool.
Liverpool
fans.
had this coming.
Yeah, last year we never got to talk about you. So
you know why they're doing so bad relative to other years? It's because their average age in their squad is quite high. It's way higher than everyone else. See, like look here for example, Michael Oliver's 40, Anthony Taylor's 46, Chris Kavanaugh's 40. With numbers like these, your squad age is going to go up. Yeah, we should replace Michael Oliver. I agree.
Where's Howard Webb?
Rat. Anyway, that was fun. We're now in the Man U section. Do you know Manchester United died?
10 years ago, yeah.
No, pretty recent this year. Check this out. This is a guy named Manchester United. He had his name legally changed to Manchester United. His name was Marin Levidzov. Sorry, it's really small. But he legally changed his name in Bulgaria to Manchester United, and he passed away just about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, R.I.P. Manchester.
Yeah.
Maybe instead of tattoos,
change your
become
name.
The next Manchester United.
Hey, he's devoted. He became
like
a supporter in 1999 when they won the Champions League.
It's a cool way to do it.
Change your whole name. Do you have a tattoo on his head?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm not going to do that, but I could change my name. That's the logo.
That's something. This is players when they leave Manchester United. They start playing like this.
Yeah.
And it keeps happening.
All of them. Everybody.
Also, this is also just an excuse to post Ronaldinho clips because he's my favorite.
Watch, man. These touches are stupid.
Right here, here's McTominay. Here's Højlund. Here's Onana on the wing. I'm just kidding. Anthony, yeah. There we go.
That's Anthony.
Literally everyone's having a great time. Anyone not having a great time after they leave?
Martial's the only one I can think of off the top of my head.
Rashford's doing well.
Yeah. That's crazy.
All right, here is after the Man U Liverpool
You
game.
all laughed at me. Well, I have to say, you're not laughing now, are you?
Yeah.
No one expected Man U to beat Liverpool at Liverpool
In
either.
Anfield. First loss in over a year.
You know, Nate, something we could agree on. Here's Man U and Arsenal fans. Can't play that. We'll get copyrighted.
Yeah.
Way to beat Liverpool.
That's
Good
pretty
job.
much it.
Good job. We'll still be
We'll do it again
enemies.
soon.
Still be rivals, but
Now we're working.
until after an international break, we can be friends. And save the best for last. You know what's happening at the U17 World Cup between Mexico and Japan?
I don't. I watched one game and that was the U.S.
So here is Mexico and Japan are staying in the same hotel during the U17 World Cup. And this is how the Japanese players received Mexico after their first victory in the tournament. This is what football is all about. So Japan has like a guard of honor, right? Mexico's coming through and they're just clapping.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Huge language barrier. Well, this is great sportsmanship. You know what happened the next game?
We had to play each other?
No, Japan won. Mexico did the same thing for them.
Oh, that's
I'll put up the clip if I find it. And then recently they were watching, I think they were watching another team play on a monitor, and that team lost. Japan goes through. They all celebrated together like yesterday or 2 days ago too.
Beautiful game.
That's some good stuff. Beautiful game, sportsmanship, ultimate sportsmanship. That's dope. Right? I'm sick of like, oh, you wear red, I hate you. You wear blue, I hate you. No, we can do this, right? I'm sure when they play each other in the final, that would be sweet. I don't think that's going to happen, but it's a long shot. But if great sportsmanship, if they keep going, I think that would be deserving. So, all right, that was extra time. Time to talk about things that we're thankful for, looking forward to in Scouting Report. Nate, you want to kick it off?
Scouting Report's next. For me, I'm looking for, well, futsal season begins tomorrow at 3 p.m. actually. So I'll share the results with you guys, maybe in the comments. But yeah, for me, it's getting close. And then something that I would like to do in the next couple of weeks is my first Conti Dana.
All right, we got to explain Conti Dana. So Conti is when you basically pass the ball with this foot over to this foot without doing like the crossover step. We got the girls in 2 training sessions, 2 hours of indoor soccer. To not just do Contis instead of pullbacks, because pullbacks are inferior. I could do a whole video about that, whole podcast.
I'm learning.
Basically, instead of me destroying this play from Nate and kicking it away with the inside or outside or toe of my foot, heaven forbid, I use the bottom of my foot to grab it and take it away from him. We got girls to not just do that, but then also Maradona out of that and beat this player. So instead of me bringing it back towards my goal and shielding, I just do a bottom of the other foot touch and take it away. 2 session, guys. We got girls to do the Conti Dana, even in a defensive perspective.
Was crazy. Winning the ball into a Conti Dana.
Yeah. And then we had a scrimmage today against, mixed scrimmage with the other team in our age group, and the girls were doing it.
That's crazy, man.
I won't say names, but I'll tell you afterwards. That's the girls who are doing it. I was like, hey, well done, you. That's awesome. 2 days.
That is
2 days of Contis. So you're looking forward to doing one on someone, or
first I want to be able to do it. And then second, if I could pull it out, it'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, it's like a Maradona, but you bring the ball more sideways to start. You can split 2 defenders easier. You can beat someone easier. It's a dope move. So
yeah,
we'll get Nate. We'll get Nate there. We'll be there very shortly. And for me, we talk a lot about Minnesota winter. It's tough. You go to coaching courses, and they're like, "How are you indoors 5 or 6 months a year? 6, 7 months." All right, it's late. It's almost midnight here. We gotta get going, guys. But we're indoors, but we make it work, right? Everyone in Minnesota makes it work. Everyone in Canada, apparently they're playing on the snow outside. But something I really appreciate is that at our club, Minnesota Rush in Blaine, Minnesota, we are at home at the National Sports Center. We have the best facilities in all the lands. It is the best facility. Minnesota United trains in the same space that we do every single day. We come in afterwards and it's not the same soccer, but we're trying. We're getting
trying to
there.
get to those levels.
But we can do it all. We can all make it work because of the NSC, these great facilities that we have. So that's just something I really appreciate that we get to use for the next, hopefully not 5 or 6 months. Hopefully it's warmer before then.
Down by the end of March.
But we get to train at such a great place. We actually get to do our stuff during the harsh winter, and it is going to be harsh. I heard 65 to 75 inches of snow this year.
The almanac says they're not 100%, but they're usually they get in the right region.
Yeah. So no one can stop us. We got the best facilities, snow, ice, cold, air quality sometimes from Canada's fires. Nothing can stop us. We are training. We're getting better every day. We cannot be stopped. So, all right. Hey, that was the episode.
Thanks for watching. Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Comment on all the things that we told you to comment on. Like, share, subscribe, put it in the group chat, put it in the team chat, send it to the boys. Tell your family at Thanksgiving to watch the podcast.
Oh yeah, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Oh, maybe next episode was something you're thankful for.
Yeah.
I mean, I just did that. And
we did do it season 1, episode 4-ish too.
We did.
If you look back.
Yeah, it's been over a year, Nate.
That's wild. Hey, we're doing this thing.
Was this episode 15? I got a new follower today. One of our coaches was asking, he's like, what, you do a podcast? I was like, yeah. You on Spotify? Yes, we are. Spotify, YouTube,
Instagram,
Rumble.
YouTube, yeah.
Instagram is how you know when we're posting the next one. So make sure you're following on Instagram. We're going to post clips there. We're going to post, well, a bunch of fun stuff. I posted the Puskas goals earlier today. So lots of fun stuff. Follow us, share it. Make sure other people see the fun stuff too. And we'll see you next time. Episode 6 of season 2. Episode 15 total. We're like pros at this point.
We're there.
We're there.
Signing off.
And you're there too. See you guys.